Hi, George Castillo here. Yeah, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about MS. I've had it since '84, so I think I can give you a little bit of insight, and maybe anybody wants to chime in and give me some feedback on what they think. I would appreciate it. Well, initial symptoms, real acute, numbness, body, visual problems in '84, diagnosed in '93. A lot of weaknesses. Kind of my MS is like I've had a stroke. It's apparent on my left side. A lot of foot drop, left leg drag, numb hands, a lot of fatigue. In between depression. Anyway, I've been on Copaxone since '94, '95. I tried Avonex and beta-interferon. I found that Copaxone was user friendly, minimal symptoms in my case, although I know there's a lot of people that have all kinds of reactions. And here we are in 2013. It's been very challenging. I think the hardest part that I've dealt with MS is depression. At some point I was able to overcome it. A lot of good people, a lot of family support, a lot of love. My significant other, my wife, she loved me as a human being, and even before we met, she just was genuinely a caring person, a very sincerely nice person. And at some point, because what happens with MS in my case is I was really angry at the world. I think looking back, I was probably really angry at myself, and probably lost I lost a lot of confidence because our hands are numb, we're tired, everything that we've worked for it's kind of obliterated. It's gone, it vanished before us because we can't even do that anymore or anything close, it seems like. So I think I lost a lot of love for myself. And going back to my wife, she's my friend, my genuine friend, and she helped me regain that caring self-love that I had lost. Anyway, so as I go on, and there are a lot of challenges, and I just want to share with you some of the things that have helped me. Recently, within the last 2 years, I found yoga. Yoga is a really good activity because I can do it on the ground. I have all these restorative pillows, and if I get tired, I just kind of lay back and go into savasana. That's total relaxation, and that's cool. But seriously speaking, though, with chairs and the belts, you know, that they use, I've been able to stretch out my body really good. I've learned how to really stretch it out. I use my own body weight to increase my muscle mass. See, it's right there and right there. It's pretty good. And well, part of the reason I want to make this DVD too, or this YouTube, is because the YouTube community is excellent. These guys have helped me too. I've learned a lot, and what I've learned is that MS affects everybody differently. Well, we all know that, but and there's all these medicines that are coming out, you know. So there's not going to be any standard, because how can one medicine that where there's a disease that affects everybody differently, how can that be the solution, or, you know, the absolute? This is the one. Regardless, though, we have to make our choices, and our choices should be very informed. Good luck. There is so much stuff out there that is totally confusing. So that's why we need to make and establish a good relationship with our neurologists, our GPs, our loved ones, anybody who sincerely cares and will do some of the work for us. What I want to share with you guys is that within the last, it's actually 2013, January, right around there, we're from California, went to a specialist in San Francisco. He checked out, you know, he evaluated my condition, and he said, firstly, he says, you definitely have multiple sclerosis. You know, after reviewing the MRI that I presented, all the different neurologists that had examined me and finally diagnosed me in '93 after not being diagnosed for 9 years, and after doing the physical examination, he stated, you definitely have MS. We interacted a little bit, and it was really cool. Then he told me, Mr. Castillo, you have MS, and it affects everybody differently, and I don't have any crystal ball, he says, but after a long period of time, it seems like this disease slows down. It's not as active as it is. And your MI studies with the contrast that shows that, there's no activity. So I'm feeling very confident saying that, you're going to be about where you're at now, which is kind of tough, but I'm okay with it because I have wheelchairs, canes, I have yoga, I have family support, and I've been very fortunate. And he says, so your mind, where you're at right now emotionally, you're going to be able to still enjoy life. And like I said, no crystal ball, but probably your condition will be stable where it's at. Okay, again, since 84 I've had this condition, and I've been on Copaxone for about 15 years. I thought it helped, even though reading on the studies on the magazine that I read today says that apparently it doesn't help people with secondary chronic progressive. So, but I think so, because I've done without it for a while, and I saw onset of symptoms that were no fun. Anyway, doctor, this was in January, says we're gonna try you on Ampyra, and he explained to me that, as you know if you're reading this, that the neural conduction is affected, and this is not a cure, he said, but kind of patches it, increases the conductivity, so it should help some. He says 50% of the people found positive results with this medication, And he says then we're going to look into the other one that's coming out. He suggested BG12, and good news for us, right? At least I think so. Maybe people that are on other medications are saying no way, which is cool, because again, this disease is different for everybody. So therefore, the solution, it has to be different. I mean, it can't be the same one. With this disease affects all the races differently, and all these different factors that are involved in the dynamics of our existence, right? So anyhow, he's going to try BG12 on me, and see, today's look at my computer there, it's January 1st, and this is no joke. So we're going to, April 1st, yeah, that's the joke. Anyway, so we're going to try BG12 here in about a month, and I just want to share with you that I've been taking Ampyra for about 2 months, and I think it's given me, let me put it like this. My wife says she doesn't hear the thump from my cane so much. I know I've lightened up on it. My mom says my left leg doesn't drag so much. I can tell you right now that I haven't fallen at all. That's amazing. My wife says, well, maybe it's because you're using your cane more. Well, yeah, granted, I'm doing my best now, but it's true. I have better balance. I found that, I can go out, and I'm not in a rush to get back in my car because my legs are getting ready to give up. No, I can do more, and that's Ampyra. And, of course, I was scared of the side effects. You read any side effects on all these medications, you won't touch it. And life is risky. It doesn't matter what you do. We all know that. So I've tried it. Feeling really good about it. Probably won't let up on it unless for some reason my labs come out and say, hey, it's not working, bud, or your kidneys aren't able to tolerate this. But so far so good. I'm planning to stay on it. And if anybody wants to go ahead and YouTube me a message or whatever, I'd appreciate it. I'd like to know how you guys are doing. And also BG12 is coming up here in a month, and as soon as I get on it, and a few 2 or 3 months go on, or half a year, time goes by so fast, and we don't have time to get on YouTube all the time. And I'll check out my messages there and get back to you. I appreciate it. But if you've had MS, if you're newly diagnosed, this is a good time, really, because I remember one time in the 90s I went to a meeting and I asked this neurologist, is there going to be a cure? Of course, we all want a cure. And he says, well, not soon. And I remember my head went back, and he says, but wait, we've made a lot of progression here, because once upon a time we only had one slide to show everybody. Now we have PowerPoint. So, and that was in the 90s, so now I was looking at a magazine, and there was about, I don't even know, 10 or 15 medications, oral, IV, sub-Q, and intramuscular to choose from. So don't be discouraged, you know, it's tough. Life's going to be tough for us no matter what we do or we don't do. Be positive, you know, eat right, get some exercise, check out some yoga. It really helped me, you know. I wish I would have found that earlier, but there's a lot of other things too. Swimming, you know, there's a lot of things we can do. So take care. I hope this helps somebody. Buenas noches.